Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Next to Nature with Dr. John Long. And this week we're out amongst the trees and we've got something here that looks a little unusual for a tree, but it serves a purpose. It protects a woodpecker.
It does, and a special kind of woodpecker at that. This is a red cockaded woodpecker tree. And unlike the woodpeckers that you and I see around quite often, the pileated woodpecker, and has that distinctive real loud sound. That's a pileated woodpecker. This is a red cockaded woodpecker, which is a threatened, as far as its species goes. It's threatened, so take great care in trying to protect them. And this is one of the ways they do it, is to put this shielding over the tree to keep snakes out of their hole.
Yep, I was fascinated to learn that because snakes, good climbers, you don't think about that.
That's right, and if you look at a woodpecker hole in these trees, I don't know how far it is up, but I would say it's a good 100 feet up a tree, so they can climb a long way.
Yeah.
The woodpecker itself has its defense mechanism outside of its hole. One thing I'd like to mention is unlike the pileated woodpeckers, red cockaded woodpeckers tap into live trees, whereas a regular woodpecker would bore into dead trees. But when they bore into a live tree, sap comes out of the tree, and that is their snake mechanism, is trying to keep the sap flowing to keep that resin from letting the snake get into the tree.
Keep climbing.
That's right.
That makes a lot of sense. And also, you talked about the habitat is so important, and that's one reason that the this is an endangered or threatened species.
Right.
Kind of talk about why habitat is so important.
Very important for the red cockaded woodpecker is to have these, as you see around us, expansive pine trees with a low canopy. And a lot of that has been that decimation of the natural environment that red cockaded woodpeckers lived in. That's been logged, and then there's no burning or under canopy with a low vegetation. And to do that in our area, there's prescribed burning. So that keeps that vegetation low, and it's an environment in which the red cockaded woodpecker flourishes.
And I'll ask real quickly, how can you tell the difference?
Okay.
I know you mentioned it briefly, but maybe you can help me out.
So a pileated woodpecker is larger. They have a really pronounced red head on them. And you would think a name with like red cockaded woodpecker that they would really have a red head, but basically the males have just a small sliver of red that comes out during breeding season, and the other times you can't even see it.
Interesting. So it's only certain times of the year.
Only certain times of the year that's really pronounced where you can see it, but rather small bird compared to the other one.
These are native to the area?
They are native, and fortunately we have a refuge here to protect the environment and to really work toward helping that species continue to thrive in a threatened situation, of course.
Yeah. So if you're on the refuge and you happen to see this nailed to a tree, now you know why.
That's right.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Long. Thank you for joining us this week on Next to Nature. We'll see you again next week.